Hare Krishna. I welcome all the devotees who came here for the Ramanavami festival. Before we start, there is a small announcement I would like to make. His Grace Vaisesika Prabhu has been serving Srila Prabhupada's mission since he was a 16-year-old from 1973. And Srila Prabhupada gave him the instruction to not only distribute his books, but read them very thoroughly. And for last 45 years, His Grace Vaisesika Prabhu has been relentlessly reading Srila Prabhupada's books, inspiring others to read. When Chaitanya Charitamrita Prabhu visited ISV and we had a talk, he was surprised that you guys, I thought you guys only distribute books and you do nothing else. And I said no, and he was shocked that we have a Bhakti Shastri program and a Bhakti Vaibhava program of all the things. And so this is a little known fact, but Vaisesika Prabhu has been instrumental in inspiring many devotees to read Srila Prabhupada's books. And one of those rare spiritual masters within ISKCON who makes actually a point during initiation time to ask his disciples to read Srila Prabhupada's books. And today I'm really happy to announce that the first candidate who successfully passed Bhakti Vaibhava from ISKCON of Silicon Valley is His Grace Vaisesika Prabhu.
This award is very meaningful to me because it was a program started by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur and continued by Srila Prabhupada. And I wouldn't have been able to complete the Bhakti Vaibhava program if it hadn't been for Srivas Pandit Prabhu, who extended himself to me in every possible way, including making long trips to my house to make sure that I was ready for all the exams, sometimes studying everything in the last few days, or even the last few hours, because of the busyness of our schedule oftentimes. And I advocate for this Bhakti Shastri and Bhakti Vaibhava program often, but I wouldn't be very honest in doing so if I didn't take it myself. And I felt that that was an important thing to do. And I'm glad I did, because it kept me coming back again and again to reading Prabhupada's books in a systematic way, something that I already do, but it intensifies it in a very important way. And I thank you very much, Srivas Pandit Prabhu. Honestly, one of the main reasons I did it was to have an excuse to have more of your association on a regular basis. And it's your spirit of enthusiasm for the Shastra and for teaching that has maintained the Bhakti Shastri Bhakti Vaibhava program here at ISV. That's actually become a world standard. The number of devotees that you've graduated here, including my lowly self, which is, I would say, the greatest achievement of all so far, to be able to pull me through this, is magnificent. And we thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts. Hare Krishna. I kept asking him where the certificate was. Took a long time to get here. Oh, thanks also to Nirkula for being the proctor for all the exams. She made sure that we didn't cheat. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Sri Mate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I think this is the next mantra, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, as Prabhupada writes in the Srimad Bhagavatam purport. This Rama, Hare Rama. He says that some people think this means Balaram, it means Ramchandra. There's some debate sometimes which Ram we're speaking about, and Prabhupada said they're both right. So today we're meditating when we're singing Ram about Lord Ramachandra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Can you set up a mic? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sitaram, 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 Jai Sitaram. 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gaur Hari Bo. Nitai Gaur Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gaur Hari Bo. Nitai Gaur Premanande, Shri Ram Navami ki, Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Gaur Premanande, Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gaura Hari Bo. Jai Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Radha Go Premanande. Welcome to everyone here at ISKCON of Silicon Valley. Thank you very much for coming from various places all over the Bay Area. It's not easy to travel across time and space to get here, but you had a definite intention of being here and you voted with your feet. And this is one of the great principles of progress in life, is being at the right place at the right time. And even if you know nothing, if you know enough to be there, and you stay in proximity of the transcendental sound vibration, then naturally one makes advancement from that position. We also thank all the devotees, people all over the world who've joined us online in various places, taking advantage of this universal community of hearing and chanting. Actually, this weekend, it's been full of chanting events. On Friday night, we went to Palo Alto, Lytton Square, and we lit up Lytton Square, both literally and with the spirit of the holy name, by chanting there. And we had a light show. Many people came from the local area, and some who were just visiting there and were surprised to find the Yuga Dharma going on quite strongly there in that place. And many of the residents of Palo Alto came there to congratulate the devotees for carrying on the Yuga Dharma. And they very much appreciated that the devotees took the time to uplift the principles of religion there. They didn't articulate it exactly like that, but they did show their appreciation by staying, dancing, and taking away Bhagavad Gitas and other books to read for themselves. And at this moment, many of them are home, curled up somewhere with the Bhagavad Gita, reading the life-changing words in that book and Srila Prabhupada's purports. Srila Prabhupada, who is specifically empowered to bring the message of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to the people of the world. And he has done so quite handily. And many of you here are helping to carry that on in various ways, for which you get full credit. Even if you just appreciate others doing it, you also get full credit. That's pretty good, right? Queen Kunti says, Shrinvanti Gayanti Grinanti. By Grinanti, which means appreciation of others doing devotional service, you also get credit for doing the devotional service. So Krishna is so kind and liberal. In fact, we know that Lord Ramachandra made a statement, Sakradeva Prapanoyas. He said, if one says, even one time, that I surrender to you, then he said, from that day forward, I become the protector of that devotee. This is my vow, he says, forever after that. All you have to say is, my dear Lord Ramachandra, I take shelter of you. And this is meaningful. Not everyone gets the chance to say this, and when we say it with full knowledge and intention, then this is an attractive statement to the Lord. He hears the words of his devotees when they speak. He heard the words of Gajendra when he spoke, even at the time when Gajendra didn't know who the Supreme was. He just had a deep feeling, as an elephant might, that who has a crocodile on his leg, that there might be help from above. And with all his might, he called out, even before having a clear idea who he was calling out to. And this is the promise of Lord Ramachandra, that anyone who says this one time will be protected by him in perpetuity. On the day of the appearances of the Lord, we get together and remember him, and also talk about the ways that he comes to the world to give us a benediction. It's important to understand that the source of everything is a divine person, the complete whole, as is mentioned in the Sri Upanishad, Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vishishyate. It's naming the Supreme Personality of Godhead as the complete whole, and saying that whatever emanates from him is complete in itself. And that even though so many complete units emanate from that completely perfect person, he remains the complete balance, and he's never diminished. He's eternally whole and perfect. And the Shastra gives various aspects of the Supreme, especially mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the complete study of the science of God. Vadanti tattva vidas tattvam yajnanam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavaniti shabdite. That advaya gyan tattva, that absolute truth, which is one. There's nothing else besides that absolute truth. However, he manifests in three different features. Brahman, which is the impersonal, all-pervasive aspect of the Supreme. Then the Paramatma, which is his localized feature, the way in which he expands himself into every atom, as confirmed elsewhere in the Sri Brahma Samhita, Andantarasta Paramanu Chayantarastam. God is multidimensional. He's unlimitedly dimensional, and not three-dimensional, four-dimensional, five-dimensional, but unlimitedly dimensional. He's everywhere at the same time in his feature of Paramatma, all-pervasive and all-knowing. He's the overseer and permitter as the Paramatma in the material world. And finally, there's Bhagavan, who's the supreme person from whom everything else emanates. And the personal aspect of the Lord is also manifested in many forms. Brahma, in his Sanghita, also confirms, Diparchareva hirashantanama bhupetya, dipayate vrvitehetu samana dharma, yas tadrageva hicha vishnu chaya vibhati, govindamari purusham tamaham bhajami. The origin is Krishna, as confirmed in the Srimad Bhagavatam. The original candle, as Brahma is giving the analogy in the verse I just quoted, lights other candles. They have the same power. So there are many Vishnu Tattva, or unlimitedly powerful manifestations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But there's one original personality of Godhead, Krishna. Ete chamsha kala pumsa Krishna stu bhagavan swayam indrari vyakulam lokam hridayanti yuge yuge. Srimad Bhagavatam, in the third chapter, mentions the various incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are full of his potencies. But then says, of all these avatars, there's an avatari, that is the source of all the other avatars. And this is very specifically mentioned in an ironclad verse, as is pointed out by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, who analyzes it from the point of grammar. It cannot be interpreted any other way. And it is thus taken forth by the, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all his disciples as the foundational point of the process of pure bhakti, to meditate on the original source, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And in the spiritual world, of which there are ample descriptions in the Vaishnava Shastras, there are various realms where the Lord interacts with his devotees who are in different moods. There are unlimited devotees because the Lord has expanded himself, Eko Bahu Shyam, says the Vedas, for his own enjoyment. So he has unlimited parts and parcels who are his eternal appreciators and servitors. And due to their natures and their association, they take up various kinds of service through which they eternally serve the Lord. They aspire to serve him, or they're directly serving him in various moods. And for that, the Lord has appeared in various ways, even in this world, as Vidura, who went on pilgrimage all over India for many, many years, who went to various temples. Many of you have done that also. You've been to various temples around India, some of you, right? Yes. Did you take 3 months off and travel to all the temples that you could possibly travel to? Even if you took 3 months off, 3 years off, you wouldn't be able to go to all the temples in India, even the major ones. And if one were to take 3 months off and just go to various temples, one would feel that I have not left the spiritual worlds. You may be at one sacred temple and then take a train overnight to the next place, and then the next place, the next place, and that way you'd be engaged every single day and simply seeing the Lord and taking prasad. Every place you go, you'll get prasad. So Vidura did that. In fact, he went undercover. You could do that too. You'd grow your hair out, just wear some mendicant's clothes. No one would know. Just call in sick for 3 months. And as you travel to these various places, you'll notice that Krishna is manifest there in various forms. Sometimes you'll see him as Krishna, sometimes you'll see him as Narayan. And Vidura notices that the Lord's manifested in those ways simply to reciprocate with his various devotees, the moods of his devotees in service. He appears in order to reciprocate their particular loving mood. So in the spiritual world, there are various realms, and each one of them has a mood in which the devotees worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the material world, people are biased to certain families and certain nations, even certain kinds of food, which often goes along with the nation, and even certain colors and types of music. Correct? Or do you just like everything universally the same? There's a kind of bias that we all have towards we like what we like, right? So then in the Bhagavad Gita we hear Krishna say that you should be equipoised. Don't be biased by the various things of this material world. Become detached. But then later we hear in Bhakti, become biased again. Become biased in the way that you appreciate Krishna in a particular mood, a particular way to serve Krishna. The Jnanis try to detach themselves from all material variety and bias. But the bhaktas, naturally, by practicing bhakti, applying their senses to the service of Krishna and their minds to thinking of Krishna, automatically get detachment from the varieties of the material world, as confirmed in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Janayat Yashavairagnyam Jnanam Chayara Haitukam. By performing bhakti to the Lord, then one naturally gets jnana and vairagya. Jnana means I see that the varieties of the material world are all superfluous. They're simply various combinations of the modes of material nature, insubstantial. And they also get vairagya, the power to not engage with those illusory forms of the material world. But as one advances in devotional service, one also becomes more and more attached to Krishna, as mentioned by Kapiladev, Satam prasangam mama virya samvido bhavanti hrit karna rasayana kata tajjoshanat ashua pavargavartmini shradaratir bhaktir anukramishruti. This verse means that by entering into a place like this, where everyone's chanting Hare Krishna all the time. I came here earlier, and Govinda was chanting Hare Krishna. And then we started chanting Hare Krishna again, and later we'll chant Hare Krishna, and tomorrow at 4:30 we'll start chanting Hare Krishna. That's all we do here, chant Hare Krishna. And in between chanting Hare Krishna, then we'll read the Bhagavad Gita or the Srimad Bhagavatam. Or we'll talk about what to cook for Krishna, or what kind of flowers to arrange for Krishna. Which, by the way, I mean, flowers, there's a whole flower market there, and we buy half of it every month. Why do devotees do that? They like to decorate Krishna in various ways. They spend thousands of dollars every month to buy these flowers, to come back and decorate Krishna. Garlands like this are made, hundreds of them every month. I mean, you don't see this at Oracle, or this is nice. And therefore, the devotees enter into the aesthetic world with very particular biases. They like to serve Krishna in various ways. They like to hear about Krishna in various ways. And by entering into that sublime atmosphere, which is described, satam prasangam mamavirya sambido, wherever the bhaktas are, they're chanting from their hearts. And that sound vibration is going into the environment. And by being there with them, then you become affected. Infected and affected. Infected by the bhakti bug. And then affected because you notice that you're acting differently. You eschew certain things that before you appreciated. You take on certain things and your friends say, what are you doing that for? It's like, my friends do that. What kind of friends you got anyway? Bhakti friends, my bhakti friends. You start to take on a different way of looking at the world. Satam prasangamam avirya sambido. All this happens by the sangha of the devotees. Bhavanti hrit karna rasayana kata. And how does it happen? The sound vibration from the spiritual worlds, which is emanating from the mouths of the devotees who are connected to that vibration that comes down through various channels, especially through the scriptures and through the parampara, disciplic succession, which is alive and well. We were discussing this recently. Srila Prabhupada, the preeminent teacher in our movement, who has provided us the foundation for all knowledge and bhakti, also has followers, successors. For instance, one of them, Vaisesika Dasa, who's written several books. We're noticing and making a study of how she's affecting the lives of various people. They're her writings, they're not Prabhupada's books, but they're her realizations of Prabhupada's books through her life. And I've talked to several people already who have read them and then said, I changed my mind, I want to be a bhakti yogi now. Even people who didn't believe in the soul, who said that I believe that there was no soul and that the ultimate goal of life was impersonal. And I just met somebody yesterday who said a similar thing. This is an instant of how the disciplic succession, the sound vibration gets passed from one person to the next, and through the realizations of the successors who are sincerely following and realizing in a very practical way the people next to them in their proximity who are hearing what they have to say and watching how they live, they also become affected. Satam prasangam amavirya sambido. By the satam, that means the truthful persons who are interested in one thing, and that is serving Krishna. By their association, even if they're not perfect, but if their full intention in life is to become perfect by serving the Lord, their association will be effective. Prabhupada mentions this in his Chaitanya Charitamrita. Even if one's a neophyte, if he or she has full faith that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God and that Krishna's name is non-different from him, such a person will be able to change other people's hearts, and they will also start dancing and chanting Hare Krishna and giving up things that they never thought they would be able to give up, even though they've tried hundreds of times. Mamavirya sambido, the sound vibration goes into the ear, and then it follows the root to the heart, and then it changes the heart becomes transformed, and then Shraddha, the faith that I'm on the right path, the realization that I'm making progress becomes apparent. Then Rati, one becomes naturally attracted to various aspects of devotional service, various forms of the Lord. And then Bhakti, the life of devotional service becomes fully established by this process. So this means that there is as much entanglement in the spiritual world as there is in the material world. And just by taking up the process of bhakti, one can naturally develop the strength to become detached from unnecessary things in the material world and attach oneself to Krishna. So one of the ways in which we become attached to Krishna is through service. In fact, every living entity is named by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as an eternal servant of the Lord. So in looking at the life of Sri Ramachandra, we can look at his servitors to appreciate Ramachandra's qualities. In fact, oftentimes by looking at those who surround a person, one gets to know more about the person than in any other way. So one of the great servitors of Lord Ramachandra is our hero. Whoever that is, he shouldn't leave now because he'd like this probably. It's Hanuman. Everyone say Hanuman. Hanuman. So, as mentioned in the Uttarakanda, the Sri Ramayana, as soon as Hanuman was born, he saw the sun rising over his head and thought it to be some ripe fruit hanging from a tree. He's a monkey. He jumped up to catch it and would have done so had Indra not intervened to protect the sun by hurling the thunderbolt weapon, striking Hanuman in the jaw and felling him unconscious to the earth. Hanuman's father, Vayu, greatly angered, decided to withhold the force of breath all over the universe, and all the denizens of the universe began to suffocate. To save the universal population, Brahma and the other chief demigods came to Hanuman, revived him, and granted him various benedictions. Here's a list of what he got. Number 1, the vow of and the power to follow celibacy. 2, auspicious deeds, the study of all the Vedas, Vedic literature, and acquired skills of a poet. 3, heroism, proved in battle, the ability to jump over the ocean. And as his pastimes unfolded, we see the various heroic deeds that were performed by Hanuman, the great servitor of Lord Ram. He jumped the ocean, and during the pastime of Hanuman trying to devour the sun, the demigods realized he had the power to create quite a bit of mischief. If anybody knows monkeys, and I'm acquainted with quite a few, because walking around Govardhan Hill every day, one's hair stands on end walking through the huge crowds of monkeys at certain places. You turn the corner and you see, oh, there's 5,000 monkeys right in my path. And there's no going back. You have to just keep going forward and walk right through them. And we do observe the activities of monkeys. They're quite rambunctious, to say the least. And now, if you get one of those monkeys who's powerful enough to knock down a planet, you've got a problem in the universe. So when the demigods benedicted Hanuman with all these qualities, they also made him forget how powerful he was. And we find in the pastimes of Lord Ram, just at the time he needed to jump over the ocean to Lanka to find Sita, he remembered by the Lord's mercy. And this is very instructive, as Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yenamam upayanti te, is a perennially favorite verse, as everyone can relate to this. That if you're sincere, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, and you try to worship me, then I will give you the intelligence how to come to me. You'll remember at the right time, the right place. People all the time come to Krishna consciousness. How did this happen? I met such and such a person. I was just thinking about it. In fact, we just met somebody at our Harinam Sankirtan. What is his name? Mr. Hernandez? Orlando Hernandez, who's gone back to Los Angeles now. He only came up here because there are some good job opportunities. But Orlando had been reading a book about self-realization when he was in Los Angeles. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then he drove up here ostensibly to find a good job. But all the while he had been praying that he could come in contact with some process for self-realization. And when he walked into the Harinam Sankirtan the other night, or did he receive a book first? Just came, he got a book from you? He got a book. You better tell the story before I mangle it more. Give him the mic.
The Harinam was almost.
You got to hold that right up.
The Harinam was almost near the end, and he was just having an ice cream, and then he suddenly came and told, "We just asked, would you like to he just wanted to check it out," and then he told, "Yeah, can you just give me?" Can you give a donation? And then he told, "Yeah, I can just give." You just gave something. He didn't look so much. I think we just gave him a temple card, and the next day morning he came to the temple. It wasn't. He was very fast.
More details, please. This is an anecdotal case study, so I need to bring this fully into evidence in order to prove my case. Go ahead.
So he was reading a book called Discover Your Inner Self. And then while he was getting the book and eating the ice cream, he was attracted to the sign which said free meditation, and he was looking for means to meditate, and that's when, one of you brought him to the meditation booth. And there...
when I met him yesterday, he said it was uncanny. He said, I'd been thinking about this, reading the book, praying, and now I saw the meditation booth. He said, how could I have seen that the next day, just after thinking about it and then meeting the devotees, and then he came to the temple. So this is anecdotal, but it happens so frequently that it's worth mentioning that Krishna affirms this in the Bhagavad Gita. Once you start thinking about serving him, even if you don't know who he is yet, and you sincerely lean into that idea, then Krishna starts to give you intelligence, that here's some good people over here. No, turn right, then left. Okay, there it is. And that sound you're hearing, good sound. Go towards that. One can advance. So Krishna makes all arrangements for us to have the proper intelligence as well as the power in which to execute devotional service if we remain sincere and endeavor in Krishna consciousness. So at the right time, Hanuman remembered his powers to serve the Lord. He thought he was an ordinary monkey, but at the right time he remembered after he had grown up, and he then announced to the rest of the devotees who were contemplating how they were going to get across the ocean. And many of them said, in my younger days, I could have made it. But now I can make it there, but I can't make it back. And Hanuman then remembered, I can make it. I can go. So they all cheered on Hanuman, who jumped to Lanka, one of the great feats of the devotee of Lord Ram. Then he comforted Sita. He threatened the enemies of Lanka. He burned Lanka and destroyed the whole city. He brought back news of Sita. He received Ram's embrace. He carried Ram. He carried the umbrella. He headed the project to bridge the ocean. He fulfilled the desires of Bibhishan, and he destroyed the military of the Rakshasas. And all these are empowered activities. Anyone who takes to the service of the Lord, who tries to become a sincere servant, will find that he or she becomes empowered to do things that he or she didn't consider possible before, just like following the four regulative principles. This is the most heroic of all activities here in this present Kali Yuga. Practically nobody can do it. And if somebody's able to abstain from grossly sinful activities in this age, people become amazed. How do you do that? How is it possible for you to not do these kinds of things? What to speak of being able to maintain a vow? For instance, the vow that the devotees take is for chanting Hare Krishna, and very specifically in the ISKCON society, devotees who move towards the steady position of taking initiation and moving forward, they chant 16 rounds a day. This is something they vow to do for the rest of their lives. And such a vow is hardly maintainable unless one is being empowered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, just as Hanuman was to do the various activities that he did. So anyone can see from the pastimes of Lord Ram and his servitors how empowered the devotees become by turning their attention to service. And if one does this, one will never be bereft. Oftentimes I consider that if I give too much of my time, energy, serviceability to Krishna, then what will I have left in the rest of my life? But actually there's no risk. The more one gives oneself to serving Krishna, then the more Krishna makes all arrangements. As Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana parupasate tesham nityabdhyuktanam yogakshema mahamyaham. If you absorb your mind in me, then I'll take care of you. I'll carry what you lack and I'll preserve what you have. So the Shastra describes the appearance of the Lord in various ways. And one of those ways in which the Srimad Bhagavatam talks about the appearance of Lord Ramachandra is in a very mysterious verse from the 11th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam. And this verse, I say, is mysterious because it is described by various acharyas in various ways. And it is also a description of the form of Sadbhuj, and that is a form that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed that has 6 arms. He revealed to Lord Nityananda early on, and he also revealed this form to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. And the 6 arms of Sadbhuj are 2 arms of Lord Chaitanya carrying a danda and a kamandalu, water pot, of a sannyasi. Other 2 arms, Krishna holding a flute. And the last 2 arms, Ramchandra with a bow and arrow. So this is described in a verse from the 11th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam that also has many instructions for us as well. Tyaktva sadusyaja surepsita raja lakshmim dharmishta aryavachasa yadagararanyam mayamragam dayite yepsitaman vadavad vande mahapurushate charanadavindam. This verse by Karabhajana Muni is advocating that we serve the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Mahapurush. That is, we see many people in this world, but one of them is the Mahapurush. And Krishna describes this also in the 15th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita when he talks about the yoga of the Supreme Person. That is, there is a Supreme Person from whom everything else emanates, and who is our origin as well. And if one, Krishna says in that chapter, turns one's full attention to that Mahapurush, then one is known to be in full knowledge. Yo mam eva masam mudo janati purushottamam sasarvavid bhajati mam sarvabhavena bharata. That person is known as the person who knows everything, knows the secret to life. So the verse says, Mahapurushate charanadavindam. I worship the lotus feet of the Mahapurush. And then the verse gives a description from the beginning. Tyaktva sadusyaja surepshita raja lakshmin. So this describes the life of Ramachandra, which was fully dedicated to following dharma completely. And this verse, which isn't the one you see on the screen, but that's close to it, it's right next to it. Tyaktva dushita sarepshita raja lakshmin says that tyaktva means to give up. And sudusyata sarepshi lakshmin means that what all the devas are looking for is Lakshmi. Anybody here looking for Lakshmi? Say yes, admit it. Everybody's after Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune. Everyone wants some fortune to come into their life. But one of the opulences of Ramachandra is he's able to give up all opulence. After all, he was slated to be inaugurated as king. And he was loved by everybody in Ayodhya. But then, because of the power of his renunciation, one of his great opulences, he simply walked away. He gave up the kingdom and wouldn't come back, even though he had multiple excuses given to him by many people. And this is mentioned in the next line of the verse, Tyaktva sadusyaja surepchita raja lakshmin dharmishta aryavachasa. This is a very meaningful part of the verse for me, because it has the word vachasa, which is endlessly interesting to me, how the power of words. One of my godbrothers, Madhavananda Prabhu, told me that his father used to emphasize to him that your word is your bond. Everyone say that. Your word is your bond. Yes, if you live by that principle, he said, when his son was young, Michael, you live by this principle. Your word is your bond. Your word is your bond. That is, if you say something, then you have to hold it. This is not so easy to do. I say so many things, and then when it comes time to pay up, it's like, yeah, I think I forgot my wallet. I think my mom's calling me. I got to go. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead is not like that. Whatever he says, he stands behind it. In fact, in the Bhagavad Gita, he says, Koteya prachidani hinami bhakti pranashiti. Shripram bhavati dharmatma shashvansh chantim nagachati. Konteya pratijani hinami bhakti pranashiti. Of course, that's not the best example now that I'm thinking of it. But the point is that whatever Krishna says, he stands behind. So this verse, this part of the verse means, in describing Lord Ramachandra, that he was given the order by his father, albeit reluctantly. His father was bound by his word that he had given to his wife Kaikeyi, that I will give you 3 boons, because when he was on the battlefield, Dasarath, great fighter, he was wounded, and his wife had dragged him from the battlefield and nursed him back to health. And at that time he promised, he said, I'll give you special boons from whatever punya I have, I'm giving to you now. And she said, I'll take it later. I don't need anything now. Well, as fate would have it, at the time when Ramchandra was just about to be inaugurated, and this is another lesson we take from the Ramayana, Kaikeyi, who is not the mother of Ram, she was the mother of Bharat, one of Ram's brothers, she got influenced by bad association. This is one of the most important lessons of the Mahabharata. That although she loved Ram and she thought it was a great idea for him to be inaugurated as the king, in just a matter of hours, by the association of Manthara, her very wicked servant, who was envious, and who then spoke envious words about Ram, depreciated him, and said that actually he's out to get you. She gave a conspiracy theory. This happens all the time. People have a little envy. They come up with a reasonable, well, even if it's not reasonable, they come up with a conspiracy theory and then present it, and then other people become influenced by that, and they become weakened by it, by hearing the words of envious people who concoct something. So Manthara then told Kaikeyi, actually, why is Ram being inaugurated? Why not Bharat? In fact, probably what's going to happen, in fact, not probably, is definitely, once Ram takes over the kingdom, he's going to banish Bharat. He'll kick him out. You'll never see him again. And what will your position be after that? You'll be finished. And at first she resisted, but bad association leaves a mark. There's a residue that comes from that. Manthara was relentless, and she kept at it, until finally Kaikeyi flipped. And from being a well-wisher and lover of Ram, she then suddenly became his enemy. And she demanded these boons that she had been promised by her husband Dasarath so many years before. And she came to him at this final hour and said, I want 3 things. I want that my son Bharat be installed as the king and not Ram. I want that Ram be kicked out and banished to the forest for 14 years. And he can't come back. And when Dasarath heard this, he was disconsolate and begged her that, please, take it back. I'll give you anything else, just not this. But she was resolute. And when Ram heard about this, that his father had to uphold the boons that he had given, this is Arya Vachasa. It means from the superior, the Arya, the Vachasa, the words. He took it that this is my solemn duty, I have to do it now. And he could have found some legal loophole. There were plenty of them. There were attorneys around there. It's like, we can get you out of this, no problem. I mean, this is ridiculous. And even his brother said, you know, I'll fight for you. I'll make sure that nobody comes near you. We'll just take over the kingdom. The nature of Lakshman. But Ram was upholding the words of the superior. And this is a great lesson, and Prabhupada mentioned it many times. He said, my only qualification was that I held to the words of my spiritual master. I asked him what he wanted, he told me, I listened to the words, and I just followed it to the best of my ability, come what may. And there was no taking it back. Just as Ram went to the forest, he gave up his due position as king because of the words of his father, and he kept those on his head. So in the same way, Srila Prabhupada, when he came to America, come what may, it was like being banished to the forest. Just as Ram went from royal kingdom out into the wilderness with no support, Srila Prabhupada left Vrindavan. And he came to America with no support, practically a spiritual and material desert he entered. But he kept the words, the Arya Vachasa, he kept them on his head. He said, this is what I live by. And Prabhupada mentions in the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita first chapter, in the section about the importance of the Guru, following the words of the Guru in disciplic succession, he says, in the absence of the spiritual master, the order and the words of the Guru becomes the life and soul of the disciple. I mean, after all, how frequently does one get an opportunity to stay with the Guru, bring something personally to the Guru, but one throughout one's life can take this principle as taught by Ramachandra in the Ramayana, that you take the words of the superior when it comes down from the authorized source, and you live by that, and you don't take it back. This is the strength of the power, and the power that comes from the words, Vachasa. So, Arya Vachasa Taragan Aranyam, Yadagad Aranyam, he went to the forest. And there, Mayamragam Dayiti Yepchitaman Vadavad. This, of course, goes, there's some detail in this verse about how Sita was stolen by because of the attraction of a magical deer, a Maricha. And this Mrigam means a deer. But it also means Mayamrigam, that there's a way in which Krishna goes out in the world to save people who are like animals. So the purpose of Lord Ramachandra's coming is to give opportunity to everybody to come in contact with the real Dharma. And by celebrating these days, the appearance days of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and remembering his activities, the way he moved in this world, and hearing about them, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Janma karma chame divyam evam yo veti tatvata tyakva deham punar janma naiti mam eti surjuna. If you understand the divine nature of Krishna's appearance in this world and of his activities, then you also become transcendentalized, and you don't have to take birth again here in the material world. You rise to the transcendental platform and are no longer affected by the anomalies of the material world. So on this special day, which is the appearance day of Sri Ramachandra, a day that is marked in history at ISV, we moved to this new temple from our forest-like dwelling. or more like a jungle, concrete jungle that we lived in before on, was it Bascom, right? Yeah. Bascom Avenue, by the mercy of Lord Ramchandra, we were able to move to this place. And by his mercy, we're maintaining here. And also, we have a vision, the vision of expanding the Sankirtan movement in Silicon Valley in a significant way that will be marked by people all over the world. A ever-expanding, ever-vibrant center that people can come into and revive themselves by coming in contact with the authorized teachings of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, hearing about them from those who are deeply practicing every day and who are following the vachasa, the words of the disciplic succession. And we see a place where the arts, the devotional arts, will be performed regularly in a world-class way. There will be a center for performing arts on the campus of our new dwelling for Sri Sri Radha Madan Mohan, with first-class seating where everyone can see from various angles, and various artisans will come in and display talents in drama and music, and also there'll be art displays, devotional art, and there'll be a world-class kitchen, just like the one that we go to for the Sadhu Sangha, with an area where people can sit and take prasadam together. As I notice at the Sadhu Sangha retreats, the devotees relish coming together and sitting and honoring prasadam. And so many of the world's problems are solved during those conversations over prasadam, maybe writing it out on a napkin or something like that, in that atmosphere of joyously partaking of prasadam together. This is necessary in the Silicon Valley, that we have such a center that invites everybody. It's a universally applicable process. The people from every background, whether one is from India or Asia or America, they can all come in and feel at home, because they'll feel the natural spiritual atmosphere, and they'll be attracted to the Kirtan. The rhythm will be right, the melodies will be right, and the mood of the Kirtan will be compelling. And people will walk away reading Bhagavad Gita and chanting Hare Krishna and feeling enlivened in their lives. So I'm making all this as a prayer to Lord Ramachandra, because he helps us in so many ways. So we're praying on this day of Ramanavami that he may help us to manifest in his own time and in the way that he wishes and that pleases him the most, a magnificent center for Krishna consciousness, which is expanded here in the Silicon Valley and in various innovative ways to facilitate the needs of everybody in Silicon Valley, from whatever background they're from, and from people all over the world, and which will help to expand the Sankirtan movement by its example all over the world. And that is a request to your lotus feet, dear Sri Ramachandra. And anybody who agrees with that, please say Sitaram. Sitaram! So we've made our intention clear, and we're depending on the mercy of Sri Ramachandra. And now to prove that we're serious about this, we're going to report the scores from our recent book distribution, which is one of the main purposes of the ISKCON of Silicon Valley Center and of ISKCON in general, which is mentioned in the 7 purposes penned by the founder Acharya of our organization. And the 7th purpose, he says that to achieve the aforementioned purposes, we will print and distribute publications, books, magazines profusely to the world. And so the devotees have been going out, and you'll hear more about this when we stand up and offer these results. But every month we have a goal, and we send out devotees all over Silicon Valley to meet people, to distribute books. And the results of that great endeavor we will read just now in about 2 minutes. So what we'll do now is we can stand up and move all of the asanas to the back. We'll roll up this rug, and then we'll make an arc around the Srila Prabhupada's Vyasasana with an opening so he can see the deities, and then we'll have one of our Sankirtan leaders read the scores. Thank you very much. Sri Ramachandra ki jai. Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Go Premanande Haribo. Thanks for framing that. That was really